For this lab 3, I'm not going to actually be doing it because I do not have the board for it. But we're going to be running through how to do it. It's very simple, very easy, and all the instructions are generously laid out for us. They are a little bit iffy at times, so there is this Google Docs that's linked below the like button in the playlist on how to actually do this. It's not a complete how-to guide, it's an accompany for the different steps in case you are to get confused or anything. So first thing that we're going to do is download the first two software that we need. This is going to be the MPLab X and MPLab XC16. It's an integrated development environment and a C compiler. We're also going to have to download this plugin, which is a dynamic code generation. So we're going to install both of these, or install all three of these. We're also going to need this, and this is a PIC24F Curiosity, and we would just buy it from here. However, I didn't have it for this unit. It is not very expensive, just $34 for the board, and it's a pretty nice, cool board to have. So with that done, there's 4 parts to this lab. They can be found here, and here, here, and here. So 1, 2, and 3, and then 4. Now, when we go to the first part, it's going to look like this. These are the instructions. It's a 16-bit digital output example. And so all we really need is this board and a USB cable to go from the computer into it. We're going to be connecting the LED. That's what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be following the project, and we are going to be looking at the pins, putting some code in, and that's about it. Once we do that, we should have our LED turn on and off, and we're going to modify the program so that we're able to do so. In the next part of the lab, it's going to be programming the PIC24DS, basically the board. So this is the board right here. We're programming the board with a timer. And so we're going to follow all these steps. We're going to go through again, write the code, very similar process. And once it's done, the application is built and programmed into our MCU. The LED one will change state every half a second. And the next part is going to be part 3, where we are going to program this using the timer using inputs. So it's going to be very similar. We're going to generate our code just like we've done in the previous labs. And when we come down here, the state is going to change every half second, but we're going to have interrupts for it. So it's going to be a little bit different. And then we have an ADC input example. And so we're going to take some input, and we're going to go through here, and the LED blinks based on the frequency of our POT, which I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I'm sure it's listed out somewhere in here. And it's also going to change state every half second once we build it. So this is the entire lab. I again don't have the board, so I won't be able to demonstrate it, but it's super cool, super easy to follow. The board itself is only $40, and probably have a USB, it's a micro USB cable just laying around, and you can follow all these steps in the Google Docs to get it done. Yeah, I got it done in less than 2 hours, but I was also not focusing the entire time. So if you focus, get it done. It'll be super simple. Again, you just download these. If you're on like a school computer, it probably already has these. You would just have to install this plugin. Then you would have all of these instructions that you could follow to complete this lab. There is no lab doc. All there is just an assessment that we're going to go over also in our next video.